name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is March 18th, 2012, and I'm in San Diego, California. I'm making this video today to help people understand what's happening towards me in San Diego. Again, it's not 2012. It's early 2012 because it's only March. I came out here in August of 2011 for the first time since 2006. When I was out here in 2006, I was only out here between 34 and 39 days. Before that, the only time I had been in San Diego or California, or in San Diego, was in 1983. From 1983 up until the middle of 1984, and that was when I was a military wife out here. Now, I made a lot of videos, fellow San Diegans and fellow Americans, and the reason why I do what I do in reference to the blogs and the videos and to contacting places like Amnesty International and the ACLU and newspapers is to expose what's happening towards me. So fellow San Diegans and fellow Americans can understand the extreme criminalities that are happening to hundreds of thousands of Americans right now, currently in the United States, and millions worldwide. There's a technology that is known as remote neural monitoring, and if you go to Google and YouTube, you can thoroughly review what it is, and to get a real good illustration of what it's being done to Americans like me and citizens worldwide, is to investigate it thoroughly through YouTube and Google. And when I mean thoroughly, I'm talking about at least a 3-month in-depth research into reference to Target's blogs, in reference to the remote neural monitoring, also in the separate 3 separate searches. Remote neural monitoring is 1, organized stalking is 2, which is also called gang stalking, and electronic harassment. Also go to surveillanceissues.com. It's a webpage that thoroughly describes the technologies, the aspirations, who's involved, in reference to the type of technologies that are being incorporated against us targets. Now, the people that are involved in these types of criminal expeditions are directly connected to organized crime that is in the system. If you go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know, you'll be able to read and scrutinize a manifesto of a gang stalker. And it's a slang term. Gang stalker is a slang term that describes who they are. And the electronic harassment, the remote neural monitoring, and the gang stalking work hand in hand. And it's directed, hosted, managed, and protected by organized crime members within the system. And also go to www.gangstalkingworld.com for a preliminary introduction in reference to somewhat how they operate. Gangstalkingworld.com wants to make you feel like it's a person's being targeted for workplace violence or some other bullshit. A lot of people are beginning to suggest that gangstalkingworld.com is nothing but a disinformation campaign that was funded and operated by the government, in which I would not doubt. But disinformation, when I want people to understand something when it comes to government putting disinformation on the internet, is that it's done to confuse onlookers in reference to the subject matter of what they're trying to disinformation you about. And what they'll do in the midst of these disinformation campaigns is mix some of the truth in with lies. Okay? So, or they'll paint the truth in ways to where it steers you to look in other directions. Understand this and be clear. My name is Leslie Williams. I've done extensive, thorough, investigative research on a non-stop, everyday basis concerning this crime. Once I discovered what was happening to me was organized stalking, gang stalking, on June 9, 2009.